Alright guys, so what we are out here to do today is document the ruins of a church from 1927. And this is really a sad sight to see. This church building has completely fallen apart. It's hard to say what happened to it exactly, whether it was just old wood that finally gave way, or a storm came and knocked it down, or something else, but it's definitely gone by now. And I kind of hate to see this. I love old churches, and I hate to see just the ruins of one. Because it would have been a very, very pretty old country church here in these woods. You can see the great big steps that go from this side of the church all the way over to the other side. You can see them right there. And this church would have had two doors to enter into it. There's one door, and there's the remains of the other doorway right there. And this just really is a sad sight, and it's a reminder of why I do sidestep adventures and film these places, because you never know when a historic structure is just going to be destroyed like this, leaving only ruins. And obviously it's been down for a while now, but the sign that I showed you in the beginning of the video does not look very old, which is interesting. It looks like not very long ago this church was still active. You can see some walking on windows and everything there. You can see you can see a lot of rot right there in that main support beam. And I really wonder what happened here, if one day the church just fell down, or if it was a storm. I don't think it was a storm, because I don't see any other real tree damage around here. Just the ruins of the church. And this back wall of the building is still standing. Right here was obviously another entrance to the church, these old steps. And another doorway right there. Of course, I'm standing on what would have been the wall of the church. And unless it was just all crushed, I don't see any pews in these ruins here. It looks all structural. It looks like the floor just caved in. It kind of looks like the church, oh, went through the wood right there. It looks like the church just kind of caved apart in every direction. That wall fell that way, that one that way, that way, leaving just this little section standing. Really is a sad sight. And out here, just behind the church, we've got an old outhouse and this great big oak tree right here, which is very nice to see. That's probably the old outhouse right there. And then they moved it to over here. That is your visit to the old church outhouse. I saw this hole over here. I want to see if it was a well, but it's not. It actually looks like a gopher tortoise hole where they dig under the ground. And I don't see a cemetery anywhere around these ruins, so I guess there's no cemetery here. Or a church graveyard would be the proper term. I'm gonna walk through this way beside this beautiful old oak tree here. It's a nice tree. And we can come up on the ruins of the church again. This is very impressive to see the total destruction of this building, and so very sad, too, very haunting to see it, because, you know, can you just imagine all of the gospel singing that happened in these woods, and the get-togethers and Sunday dinners after church service? Must have been quite a beautiful place, and it would be interesting to be able to step back in time and see it as it was and not as it is now. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed seeing this today, even though it's a super sad sight. Let me know what you think happened to the old church building. I'd like to hear your theories on that. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time.